In the primordial dawn of the world, when gods and titans wrestled for dominion over the cosmos, a figure emerged whose strength rivaled the mountains themselves, Atlas. Unlike his brothers, Prometheus, the champion of humanity, and Epimetheus, the bringer of unintended consequences, Atlas craved power for himself. He saw not Zeus, the king of the gods, but the monstrous Cronus, the elder titan, as the rightful ruler. Ambition, a serpent coiling around his heart, whispered promises of glory, leading him down a path that would forever etch his name in the annals of tragedy. When the earth trembled with the thunderous roar of rebellion, Atlas stood at the forefront of the Titan army. His bellow echoed through the heavens, a challenge to the Olympian gods. Titans and gods clashed in a battle that shook the very foundations of existence. The air crackled with the electricity of Zeus's wrath, while Poseidon, the god of the seas, churned the oceans into a maelstrom. Yet, Atlas stood firm, his defiance an unyielding mountain against the storm. But the tide of war turned. Zeus, wielding his thunderbolt like a celestial scepter, unleashed a fury that even the most formidable titans could not withstand. One by one they fell, cast down into the abyss of Tartarus, a prison carved from the bowels of the earth. Yet, Zeus saw something different in Atlas. His rebellion was not merely blind allegiance but a burning ambition, a thirst for power that mirrored his own. And so, Zeus devised a punishment more terrible than oblivion. With a cruel twist of fate, Zeus condemned Atlas not to the darkness of Tartarus, but to an eternity under the open sky. The vast expanse of the heavens, with its swirling galaxies and the unyielding weight of the stars, was placed upon his shoulders. Imagine, if you will, Atlas standing at the very edge of the world, his back bowed in a permanent arch, muscles screaming in protest as the weight of the cosmos pressed down upon him. The once proud warrior, his face contorted in an eternal grimace of pain and defiance, became a solitary monument to the folly of rebellion. Centuries bled into millennia, and Atlas remained a solitary figure, a prisoner in a celestial cage. The weight of 1,000 worlds etched a permanent scar on his back, a constant reminder of his failed ambition. The sun beat down mercilessly, scorching his skin, while the frigid winds of the cosmos gnawed at his exposed flesh. The once vibrant tapestry of the sky became his eternal prison, the twinkling stars mocking his plight. One day, a flicker of hope, faint as a distant star, pierced the oppressive silence of his solitude. Hercules, a demigod known for his strength and cunning, arrived, tasked with retrieving the golden apples from the Garden of the Hesperides, a mythical orchard shrouded in mystery and located just beyond Atlas' reach. Hercules, known for his wit as much as his brawn, recognized the futility of brute force against a being who held the weight of the world on his shoulders. He approached Atlas not with a challenge, but with a proposition. Mighty Atlas Hercules boomed, his voice echoing across the desolate landscape. I must venture beyond the edge of the world, but this celestial burden prevents me from completing my task. A spark of hope flickered in Atlas' eyes. Could this be his reprieve? Could he, for a brief moment, be free from the crushing weight that had become his existence? He listened intently as Hercules laid out his plan. If you would allow me to take your burden for a time, Hercules declared, you could retrieve these golden apples yourself. Surely a being of your strength could accomplish this simple task with ease. The weight of the world was a constant torment, a physical and mental prison. The promise of even a temporary reprieve was a siren song that Atlas couldn't resist. He readily agreed to Hercules' proposition, a flicker of hope battling the weariness etched into his very being. With a mighty heave, Hercules took the burden of the heavens upon his own shoulders. For the first time in eons, Atlas felt the weight lift. He straightened his back, a gasp escaping his lips as forgotten muscles stretched and creaked. A wave of relief washed over him, so potent that it almost brought him to his knees. But the relief was short-lived. As Atlas reveled in his newfound freedom, a sly smile spread across Hercules' face. "Hold a moment, powerful Atlas," he said, his voice dripping with deceptive sincerity. "This celestial burden is a bit cumbersome. Perhaps you could fetch me a comfortable cushion to ease the strain." Atlas, blinded by the euphoria of temporary freedom, readily agreed. As he turned to fetch the requested padding, Hercules seized the opportunity. With a swift maneuver, He shifted the weight of the heavens back onto Atlas' shoulders. The Titan roared in agony, the weight of the cosmos a crushing blow that sent shockwaves rippling through the very fabric of reality. The earth trembled, and the distant mountains echoed with his anguished cry. Atlas realized the extent of Hercules' trickery in a flash of agonizing comprehension. He had been duped, his fleeting hope snatched away as ruthlessly as a hawk stealing prey. Fury, hotter than the flames of the underworld, surged through Atlas. He bellowed a challenge that could have shattered mountains, threatening to crush Hercules under the very weight he himself held. But Hercules, ever the cunning strategist, retreated with a mocking laugh, disappearing into the swirling mists that guarded the entrance to the Garden of the Hesperides. Atlas was left alone, the weight of the heavens pressing down with renewed intensity, a punishment now laced with the bitter sting of betrayal. The once faint spark of hope had morphed into a raging inferno of despair. The vast expanse of the sky, once a symbol of his ambition, now mocked him with its indifference. He was a prisoner in his own celestial cage, condemned to an eternity of servitude, the weight a constant reminder of his failed rebellion and the cruel trickery that stole his hope. And yet, within the depths of his despair, a sliver of defiance remained. Atlas may have been defeated, but he was not broken. His body might be crushed, his spirit imprisoned, but his defiance, like a flickering ember, refused to be extinguished. With each agonizing breath, Atlas renewed his silent vow. He would endure, a testament to the indomitable human spirit, even in the face of insurmountable odds. The legend of Atlas serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of both ambition and misplaced trust. It is a tale woven with the threads of power, betrayal, and the enduring human spirit. And as long as men gaze upon the night sky, their eyes will meet the silhouette of Atlas, a solitary figure forever bound to his burden, a silent testament to the enduring power of myth and the mysteries that lie beyond the boundaries of the known world.